Are you somebody who struggles with disappointment often? Somebody who struggles with being discouraged or even depressed? Somebody who, no matter how hard you try, no matter how good you think you do, afterward you just don't feel good about it. Like you feel like you could have did better. You're never happy with the results that you produce. Or maybe you're somebody who deals with a lot of guilt or regrets of something like, oh man, why did I do that? Or man, why do I keep doing that? I know it's not good for me, but I keep doing it. Are you somebody who is constantly dealing with this inward struggle? Well, I have something for you. You need to understand why. Why do you have that inward struggle? Why is that happening, and can you change it? This is the why. It's because your beliefs and your values are not in agreement. They're not in alignment. See, your beliefs, these are assumptions that we create, around our life and around people. They become rules and expectations that we have, but values, these are more emotional states. Let me give you an example. I'll give you two examples. So I had this client, and this client, she was a mother, and she had this value, a very strong value of wanting to be a good mother. Of course, right? She wants to be a good mother. She values that. That's an emotional state. It makes her feel good when she believes that she's a good mother. She values that. But then she has a belief, right? That's what she values. But then she has a belief that says, in order for her to be a good mother, her children need to behave correctly all the time. Now, how do you think that works? Do you think that really helps? Because you have this value of, I really need to be a good mother, and I have this belief that says, in order for me to be a good mother, my kids are always behaving correctly. We need to be able to get our values and our beliefs to be able to be in alignment, so no matter what our kids are doing or not doing, we still know that we can be a good mother. Here's another example. I had this coaching session, right? And I had this woman who was in the HR department in a corporation. And she has to confront people. She has to, bring people in and tell them what their problem is and what they need to do about it. So there's confrontation involved in HR department. She was struggling with that. So in the coaching session, I began to ask, why is it so hard for you? And after a lot of questions, I began to see that her value and her belief are not in alignment. Let me explain. So she had this value of, I have a value of being a kind and nice person. That's really, really important to me, that I want to be seen and known as somebody who is a nice and kind person. But then she has this belief. I said, what do you believe about confrontation? She said, well, I believe confrontation is like when you're yelling and fighting. You're even throwing things. So with that, if in her mind, because of her belief, she has a belief that says, okay, conflict is super bad and people are going to think that I'm not kind and nice. It's not going to meet the value. So what does she do? She avoids the conflict. She avoids the confrontation. Do you think that's limiting her job? Yes, of course. You think that's limiting her relationships? Yes, it is. You see, so I had to tell her this. I said, okay, in order for you to be okay in your heart, to have your peace back again, you either need to change your belief or you need to change your value. You need to change one of them. How does this work? So if you change your value, you need to change your value to thinking okay, it's okay. I don't need to be kind and nice all the time. I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about what people think if I'm kind or nice. I'm going to change that. So that way, if you're not seen as that way, you're okay with it. You don't have a conflict within. Or you need to change your belief. Change your belief that says confrontation doesn't mean screaming, yelling, and fighting. That's not what it means. So I helped her to begin to change. I'll say, which one do you want to change? Do you want to change that, you value being nice and kind? No, of course not. That's really important to me. Okay, then we need to change your belief about this. We need to change your belief that says that confrontation, that's yelling and screaming, because is that true? Well, no, I guess it's not true. So I began to help her to change her belief about that, because from your beliefs come your behaviors. And if you have, limiting, unhealthy beliefs, you're going to have those limiting, unhealthy behaviors. So if you want to have change, you need to change your behaviors. And if you want to have peace and alignment inside of you, you need to make sure that your beliefs and your values are in alignment.